Hey guys, I'm Ornella Hernandez and welcome to Web3 Talks. Joining me here, we have Alessia Baumgartner, who does business development and portfolio management at DWF Labs. How are you today?
Hi guys, how are you? Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to have this chat with you right now.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I wanted to learn more about DWF Labs
Yes.
and your role there.
Perfect. So the DWF Labs is a multi-stage investment firm. We only focus on Web3, and then we also are market makers. And for my role, I'm the only one based out of here in Dubai for now. So I do the business development here. I get to meet key local players, like governmental entities and projects that are based out of here, and to do interviews like this, which is great. But most of my time I spend doing portfolio management. We have over now 200 companies that we invested pre-seed, or that we invested later stages, or that we do market making.
Okay.
So most of my time is spent doing assisting them in different ways, and yeah, jumping on calls, catching up with them, see how we can help them in different verticals. So that's pretty much it.
All right, let's break that down a little bit. Tell me about what kinds of companies you invest in,
Yep.
what sectors
Yep.
you look for, and then separately, what is your role as a market maker?
Sure. Regarding the areas that we invest into, we're pretty agnostic. So if you look into our portfolio, you will see that there's gaming-related companies, or mostly DeFi, like DeFi protocols. And then what we've started investing a lot and partnering with a lot are chains. So I could talk a lot about Algorand, for example, or Ton, which is like one of our closest partners.
You recently partnered with them, right?
Yeah. Algorand, okay. Recently. Ton, we've been for a really long time now. So a lot of chains, and that's pretty much it. For the venture side, which is like the pre-seed and seed rounds, the ventures team is more focused now on DeFi and infrastructure. So that's what you see mainly with the early stage investments.
Is there a reason for that? Right now at this point
I mean, for the ventures, they have their own mandate and they have their own thesis behind it, and they are more bullish on DeFi and infrastructure. That's basically it. But I mean, we are open to all teams and all areas. So in case you're looking for investment or any type of partnership, let us know. We're pretty open. And then that's pretty much it. From the vertical side, we're agnostic, let's say so.
Okay, and then can you break down what a market maker is and what it does?
Yeah, sure. So market makers are key players in the crypto space, not just in the crypto space, but I mean in the financial world, let's say so, because there's also stock markets. But our main role is to provide liquidity to coins. So whenever you are buying or selling tokens, there's always a counterparty, right?
Right.
And market makers basically are there to provide this liquidity. So whenever you're trying to buy or sell a coin, we're there on both sides, helping to make the market healthy. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, I see. So would you say that you help like early stage companies to just grow, basically?
So I mean,
like you incubate them in a way?
So for the pre-seed and seed companies that we invested into, and not just them, I mean pretty much all the portfolio companies that we have, we try to help them as much as possible. So of course, pre-seed and seed companies, they require more assistance, because they are still fundraising, or they're still figuring out their tokenomics or go-to-market strategy. So we could say it's like an incubation role. I would not portray us as incubators, but we try to help them as much as we can. And as we know, pre-seed and seed, they require more assistance, but that doesn't mean that we only help them. We try to help all the portfolio companies as much as we can. And there's a lot of synergies, for example, when it's like ecosystems. So with Ton or Algorand and the other ones, there's so many synergies that we can work together. So that's pretty much it.
And then tell me what your favorite part or most rewarding part about your job is, and what's the most challenging or difficult part about it?
Oh my God. Okay, I think most rewarding is whenever I hear good feedbacks from partners or people in the crypto space in general, or whenever we help one of the companies and they say, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate the DWF support. I think that pays off that pays off everything. I think most challenging is, there's so many challenges in the crypto space.
Yeah, we can get more into that later.
Yeah, but I think most challenging would be, I mean, it's such a young industry, right?
Yeah.
We still don't understand, like there's no perfect formula for projects or companies or the tokens.
We're all kind of figuring things out as we go, right?
Exactly. I mean, there's for sure challenges pretty much every day for all companies. So I guess it's just because we're such an early stage and, you know, we're still trying to figure out the best strategies and the best way to support it. So yeah, I think pretty much every day there is a new challenge, but it's rewarding as well. I think it's nice. It's nice, yeah.
Okay. And then personally for you though, being in the business development space, what maybe have you found to be difficult?
Let me break it down. Like, I believe, for example, being here in the MENA region, right? I cannot speak about all the other regions in the world or like all the other hubs, but I think right now here in the MENA region, it's been still kind of tough to find like investment leads or good projects leads yet.
Okay.
It's just because, again, crypto is really young and the MENA region has been now more open and more crypto friendly. So I think people are now seeing the region as like, okay, this is a great place to be, and I love being here. I think, you know, we have everything to become like one of the biggest crypto hubs currently in the world.
So you don't think it's a crypto hub yet? Dubai, I mean.
In a sense of regulatory wise, really moving forward, it's like, how can I say it? We've been, it's tough to say it. I mean, look, there's different factors to become a hub. And I think Dubai has been like checking pretty much most of them.
Okay.
But I think just now for the region itself, people are slowly coming in. So I see a lot of like more BD people coming in from the companies, and then I think slowly more and more people from the different areas will come as well.
Okay.
So I think now for business development, here's great because there's a lot of BDs here, but
are there a lot of companies to invest in?
Not
that are based here or that started here.
Not so many yet. Compared to like Asian markets or US, for example, I think there are for sure more. But it's just a matter of time for here to have more companies coming out of here. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay. And then you mentioned some partners like Algorand and Ton. Yeah. So can you comment a bit more about the partnership with Algorand and what that looked like?
Yeah, sure. So Algorand, we agreed on purchasing 50 million worth of Algo tokens. And
that's a considerable amount.
Yes.
50 million tokens. Is that
$50 million? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not 50 million for all companies.
Okay.
Algorand is a really established company in the crypto space. They're a chain. They have projects being built on top of. So that was like a more different case. But so it started with the 50 million worth of Algo tokens, and then also we signed the MOU. So we are going to support projects building on top of Algorand. We have even like a specific page on our website, which is focused for Algo ecosystem projects.
Oh, okay.
So in case anyone is looking for funding or any type of other support and you're building on top of Algorand or any other chain, but specifically now for Algorand, you can just visit our website and apply it, and then we're more than happy to speak to you and see how we can support you. So yeah.
Okay. And then you mentioned that you're also working with some other chains. So can you give some examples?
Yeah, I think, of course, Ton, as I mentioned before, we've been working since October last year. We've invested into Ton ecosystem projects. We also partner with them with hackathons. So we sponsored a hackathon that happened beginning of this year, and now we're co-hosting one in Singapore. So it's going to happen between Token 2049, which I'm super excited about. And then other ways as well. And then other chains that we worked with, Flare, and then Tron as well. So yeah, those are some of the names that I can out of my head right now.
Okay. So for your role and your job, you tend to travel a lot, right? And go to many conferences and events.
Yeah.
So do you genuinely enjoy going to crypto and blockchain conferences?
Yes.
Do you think there is value in large-scale events?
Yeah.
And do you think that, given the fluctuations in the market, there's still huge events going on? So does that even bring real value to these companies, or is it just another excuse to party?
No, look, I think each event has their own target. So for example, EFCC, we see a lot of like projects being built on top of Ethereum. And if you're looking for projects to invest into, I think it's a great event to go, for example. And then there are more specific ones related to, you know, business development, I guess. So yeah, I think, yes, crypto conferences are really positive. I really enjoy going to them. It's just, you need to evaluate if it makes sense for your company and your position to go. I, of course, don't travel as much as other people in my company. I travel if it makes sense for me to go. But yeah, I think there's, yes, for sure value in it. You just need to understand what's the purpose of the event, and maybe check with other people that have joined those events in the past, like see, hey, what was the feedback? What did you think about it? I mean, always do your due diligence, right? Of
course, of course.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of value behind it, yes. And at the end of the day, people also want to, you know, connect with others in real life. I think that's one of the biggest positive outcomes of the events. We are all connected online. We speak together on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, whatsoever. But then if you have the chance to meet in person, I think it makes the connections even better. So definitely. I think that's one of the best outcomes for me regarding events. So yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. The community building aspect of it all is really important.
Yeah, brand awareness as well. I mean, you can use you know, the event as like a way to leverage your company, talk about your company, and then post about it. So yeah, I think it's I really like events.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And then I know in your background you have Swiss and Brazilian, and now you're in Dubai. So I wanted to ask if maybe you could like compare a bit the communities between those countries when it comes to crypto, of course, or maybe what you've observed between the different countries.
I mean, Switzerland, most of the crypto companies are based out of Zug, which is the crypto valley. That's the name that it's used. Switzerland as a whole is a really serious country, and you know, it's a great place if you want to focus a lot into your work.
Okay.
So I mean, look, Switzerland is like not like a party place at all.
It can be a little boring sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
But it's beautiful. It's
beautiful. Yeah, that's but yeah, I see a lot of foundations being based out of there, which is great. Brazil, I didn't have, unfortunately, such a big exposure there because I moved straight to Dubai to handle crypto, so I only had like a small interactions in Brazil. Okay. But there is a huge potential market there, and people are really open-minded about it.
Yeah, and Latin in general.
Latin America in general. And I see a lot of potential. But yeah, I just can't give a huge opinion yet about like the crypto community specifically because I haven't had the chance to be there a lot. But I think it's great. Look, it's a safe place to be in the middle of the world. So in case, you know, you want to go anywhere, pretty much it's so close for you. Pretty much every week there's a portfolio company or a potential client or a potential partner coming into the city. And I get to meet a lot of people without needing to be traveling all the time.
Okay, I feel like if convenient.
I feel like if you're based out of US or, you know, Asia, it gets more difficult for people to travel to. So here it's right in the middle. So you get a chance to speak to as many people as possible and being in the same city. So yeah. I think it's a great place to be.
Awesome.
I'm bullish in Dubai and UAE.
Good. And if there's anything in the crypto industry or blockchain industry that you could change, like if you wanted to see some change within the next few years, what would you want to happen? Maybe it's, I don't know, more women or less complicated language.
Yeah.
For example, what would you say?
It brings in different solutions, and I think it's positive in many different ways. Other than that, I think that we just sometimes need to go a little bit back to the basics. Try to, fix the foundation first.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people saying, oh, we're going to onboard the next billion users. We're going to do this. Wait, let's go back.
Right. What does that mean? Like, how are you actually going to do that?
Yeah. I mean, let's go back, see how we can do that first of all. What's the go-to-market strategy? Marketing related stuff, I still think it's kind of tough in crypto because of regulatory stuff. Some countries you're not allowed to market specific projects or anything crypto related. Right. So I think that's also a big challenge that we have right now. And marketing is one of the key areas in a company, right? How do your brand exist if you're not doing marketing? So I think, that's one of the biggest issues I feel like as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are there any sectors that you personally, besides your work at DWF Labs, are really interested in or excited about, whether it's, I don't know, NFTs or gaming or metaverse or something that you really are following right now?
I follow mainly, I guess, chains developments.
Okay.
What I'm seeing so far right now is a lot of L1s transitioning now to becoming L2s on top of Ethereum, which I think is an interesting move, and if it makes sense for your community or not, that's great. And because of the whole portfolio management, I need to keep up with a lot of the chains and what's going on within their ecosystems. So I think that's one of the main areas that I'm interested in right now, and the governance proposals. So yeah.
And how do you stay up to date with all the news?
I don't think anyone can keep up with everything that's going on. But I mean, of course, Twitter. I think it's everyone.
You mean?
Sorry. I think it's everyone's main vehicle.
Yeah. Source of information.
Yeah, source of information. But I think also, the traditional media outlets as well. But I think most of the time is crypto, which could be good or bad. Yeah. Because I think sometimes you get too involved in the crypto world.
Yeah.
But I think for crypto, Twitter, X, traditional media outlets, and then the social medias of the biggest projects, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And any advice that you would give to people who want to get into the space, or maybe to companies that want to reach out to you?
I mean, regarding advice of people that want to move into the space, be really open-minded, because things change so quickly in crypto. Again, there's no specific perfect formula right now in the space. So, processes and companies, they change all the time to adapt into this really fast-paced industry. Yeah. So I think being adaptive is a good advice. Yeah. And then what we were talking before, right? Reaching out to people. Pretty much, I don't think I've ever had a really bad interaction with anyone in the crypto space, because people are so friendly, and I think just showing interest in general, people get really open-minded and start talking to you. So I think reaching out is great, and being adaptive skills is important. And then regarding companies that want to reach out to us, feel free to reach out to any of the team members. You can check all of them on their website, and then also, or even in our website, we have the forms. If you're looking for investment or anything else, you can submit all your company's information. And then, if you want to reach out also on my social medias.
What's the best way to get in contact with you?
I think Twitter, it's Alessia Baumgartner. But then, or you can just go to the website, and then you will see the Twitter handles for pretty much everyone from the team, or LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn, we still use LinkedIn in crypto, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So LinkedIn, works also wonders. I check all my messages as well.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right, well, we're out of time, but thank you so much for joining me today, Alessia. I learned a lot.
Thank you so much for having me. If you need anything else, let me know. I'm super excited and would love to chat even more about crypto with you.
For sure. Yes. All right, that's all the time we have today. So thank you guys so much for tuning into Web3 Talks, and make sure to watch other segments of it. I'm Ornella Hernandez with Web3 TV. Until next time, guys.